Oh, god damn it.
I don't actually have the stream open. I just have the chat.
I've been trying to refresh the stream, but it looks like it's sitting on a permanent loading thing for me.
Okay.
I'll ask Worm.
Oh, Megan?
What?
Oh boy.
I'm trying to figure this stuff out. I don't freaking know what's going on.
You're doing a good job. For your first time, it's a good job.
Well, if we're offline, then I can at least say this is my new stream whiskey.
Aberfeld is really good. I like that one.
It is. I have done some damage to it. It's definitely filling up my flask before it goes away.
Nice.
Because I have
Pep.
this little guy.
Nice.
It's only Mondays.
It's sadly empty.
Only Mondays on my computer blue screens. I'm back again.
Yeah.
I can't tell if we're live or not because I have a freaking commercial. I can't get
Give me 2 seconds. I'm resetting to see if we are.
We're live.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry about that, folks. Having some slight technical difficulties. So, getting back into the swing of things.
The last turn, Warren heroically tumbled forward under the flailing fangs and forelimbs of a giant spider and thrust a rapier up into its thorax, ending its life, while cursing in Gnomish about how ugly it was.
Nice.
And getting a little bit of gross green spider blood on himself.
Unfortunately.
We then move back over to the last spider facing off with Lola, and it's Lola's go.
Smash it with a hammer.
Go for it.
Okay.
As is most people's response to spiders in general, so.
That's fair, yeah.
You have a bigger hammer, it's a bigger spider, it all works out.
22 to hit?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Cool.
14.
14. One huge slam into this thing. It is sitting there. You've broken 2 of its legs on the right side, and it's kind of struggling to keep itself kind of balanced. Only having usage of its front and back leg on the one side, and it's kind of hissing, and little bits of blood and venom are kind of popping out of its mouth.
You're gross.
We then move down to Kid.
Eldritch Blast!
Go for it.
So you shake your skull at it, and it fires a laser lightning bolt out of it.
And it streaks and misses!
What'd you roll?
I got a 9.
Yes, unfortunately, with the way this thing is teetering and losing its balance, you think you've got a lock on it, you fire, and it goes just wide under the one side, where the 2 broken legs are kind of dangling.
Does anybody need help? No? Okay. That's my turn.
Alrighty, so we then move down to Val.
So after she's sliced in an explosion, she's going to grab a javelin off her back and throw it towards the last spider.
Go for it.
20?
Absolutely.
6. 4 damage.
With exactly 4 health left, where do you want to hit this thing?
Oh, yeah.
As I said, she's not even really looking. She's brought her halberd through, grabbed a javelin, thrown it backwards, and it went right through the entire thing, making a shish kebab of this spider.
Yep, you just it pierces in through, hitting some of the bigger center eyes, and just through its head, through part of its back, and just kind of pins it to a wall for a second, and then it just slumps down, lifeless. Alrighty. Once again.
Ugly, 8-legged, 8-eyed, spiny-haired, bulbous freaks. As I was saying, the best breadcrumb recipe I ever had from Martha was this feta catfish we had. Fantastic. Burnt
I'm gonna
thyme,
go over
black
and
pepper. Really,
just
it was quite the treat. Of course, we had to drum up all the bread for the catfish. Well, that was the trick. We caught so many
What
catfish
kind
on
of
that fishing
catfish?
trip.
Hey, Lauren.
Hmm?
These might have known where we are because we've been all pretty loud.
Oh well, I mean, you don't have to answer. Right.
Well, I can't wait to hear more of your stories, but maybe appropriate time. And with that, I'm gonna pull out my javelin, but I'm gonna pull it out the way that the spear went in, because trying to pull it out the other way is gonna be difficult.
Yep. Yep. So you kind of like get to the back of it, like next to the wall there, and just kind of start like getting it up and out of the grossness.
My apologies, Vala. The Knuckles clan is known for a prodigiously powerful and talented tongue.
Oh, and let me understand that you
No, you know
the stories
exactly.
you can tell. I am excited to hear, but maybe around camp.
Well, of
Miu
course.
is just after that she just sits down cross-legged and closes her eyes for a minute.
Lulu's gonna
Okay.
clean her hammer. Just
Alrighty.
polish her hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to take a moment with that
Is that what
javelin
she
because
calls
that
it?
thing is disgusting.
Okay, so you take a couple of seconds and get yourselves kind of cleaned up a little, and you know, get yourselves all set for the rest of this.
Yeah, Warren pulls a cloth out of the bag and wipes the rapier off, stuffing it back into a pocket and sheathing his rapier.
Alrighty. So yeah, so with that, anything specific you were doing there, Wallace?
Miu is immediately going in to try and meditate and take a brief short rest, but if the party nudges her, she'll get up and get going.
Alright, so I guess it's up to the party. Would you like to take a short rest?
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the right time yet.
Okay.
I will say, Miu hasn't really said anything. She just sat down.
I mean, like, we're just like, what, a couple of people are cleaning off their weapons and we're going.
So yeah, so you take about 3 or 4 minutes, get yourselves
Yeah.
cleaned off, and then seeing that Miu is just there, you kind of
Yeah,
nudge Miu and they get up and
We say, if nothing else, when everyone starts taking off, Warren would just grab her by the tail and start walking.
that too.
Okay. Miu
Alrighty.
painfully gets up and starts trudging along.
Oh.
Are you in pain? Oh, I can help. I can help.
Little hurt, yeah.
I
Oh. Oh, sorry, furry friend. Didn't realize that was quite such a sensitive spot. I'll tug you by the ear next time then.
Don't tug on the ears.
Oh, then I suppose I'll just give you a little rap on the skull, as you know, a lot of friends tend to get involved in things.
Lulu's gonna come up and pet her and be like, "You touch her nicely."
I will.
Oh.
How much health are you missing?
Yeah, how much
Max
you
25. She's got 8.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! I will use Cure Wounds on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Moment being a healer. Oh wow, it's not bad. Plus your spellcasting modifier. Oh, I'm a shitty spellcaster.
Plus your charisma.
It's.
It's not good.
Oh, jeez.
So that's 8.
Okay.
That's
8
something.
can make the difference.
Brings her up to 16. That's good.
And your total is what?
25.
Walk over and be like, "You're doing fine." And pet and 4 hit points.
Yay.
Nice.
Happy cat.
Alrighty.
Alright, with that, Miu gets a spring in her step and starts trotting along at the front of the party again.
Okay. So you travel along, and at this point, you're not sure if it's been a few hours or a few days. This is getting grueling, and it's getting colder, and all of that slight moisture on the sides is turning to ice.
I will say that Warren in particular has no idea what it's talking about because he typically knows about how long he's been traveling by the dryness in his mouth. But he's been pretty quiet. Every time he starts going on, I imagine Valis gives him a little glance and he goes,
Be a kind look. Be like,
yeah, just. Oh.
I have
So
a question.
The last time I was walking this long in silence, I
Don't make me have to gag you.
well, the last time I was gagged, actually.
I'd like to hear the end
Question.
of that story later.
How a warlock works, I have
Oh
like
my God, a funny.
a spell slot, but it can be used at 1 or 2, right? It's just a spell slot.
You-
being
No,
used.
it's
You use it
always
at your
cast.
highest.
So all of your spells are level 2 spells.
So like cure wounds, that
Would
would
have
have
been
been
Would have had an
2d8.
extra. Would have had an extra D8.
Okay. Hi, Kitty. You get 8 more.
Ooh!
Oh, shit.
Max
Yay!
out. Max out. There you go.
Case.
well, that what you've left you at? Because I don't want
I'm calculating that right now.
I believe you get 2
You
two
would've-
back, Brian.
Yeah, you would. No, I was at 8. You cast 8. Sorry, math.
16, I gave you 4.
16. Well, 16 plus
My
8.
24. So you
24. So you really only needed to heal me for 1.
I wouldn't
So-
have healed you at all.
I was gonna say yeah.
Have...
You can go ahead and take that back, Brian.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've
As a
never
war-
been a spellcaster.
No,
No,
that's fine.
it's all right. Warlock is a
Warlock
slightly
is-
harder caster.
Super
Yeah, I was
weird.
looking and I was like, I only have 1 spell slot now. Like, and I used only a level 1.
You get them back on a short rest, and you
Yeah.
always cast at your highest level up to level 5. So
I'm
all-
sorry, Kitty. We should have taken a short rest. No, it's okay.
It's fine.
But, all right, so moving forward, like I said, it's starting to turn kind of icy, and the terrain's a little unsure, but it hasn't quite reached the floor yet in such a way that you can't continue to walk. And you can start to hear something heavily padding around in the distance.
God damn it.
Just very openly, just thump, 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 thump.
Alright. Let's take it quietly from here.
Yeah, Mew's gonna get down into a lower stance and try and proceed more quietly, rolling a stealth roll.
Okay, everybody who wants to roll
Roll
stealth, roll up
stealthing?
stealth.
I say it, but I have bad stealth.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, that's a natural 1.
Warren's hands
Oh,
attempt.
yeah.
Warren needs about 5 more hands to prevent his armor and backpack from jingling. So,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, he pulls a 15 stealth out of his ass.
Wow.
Wow.
Honestly, okay, so we'll finish everybody else first. So you had a nat 1 there, Brian. So
Oh my
that's going to
God.
be something. You had 15, Kid
5.
5. Okay, Lola
5.
5.
Hey!
Mew
16.
16. So Mew is going off ahead, and Warren, seeing exactly how the Tabaxi's going about it, and the fact that you are ridiculously used to carrying around a ludicrous amount of stuff, you find that nice sweet spot where it moves with your back so it doesn't clink, and you are pacing ahead, almost roguelike, and the two of you are going ahead. And behind you,
I like to slip on the ice.
I was about to say, behind you, you know, a little louder
Is
because
it
they're
gonna
kind
be
of.
like a Domino's?
It's pretty much Kid and Lola are kind of slipping little bits on the ice as they go in like the further off to the side spots, and they're kind of like, ah, whoa. And then Val, who so far has been like a pinnacle of just showing off skill and finesse and all this other stuff, takes one proud step forward, slips on the ice, and goes tumbling down, taking out Kid and Lola as they go, and the three of them just snowball to the bottom.
Or my imp is
I'll be-
with me.
I'll be laying there, and I'll be like, "Don't you say a word.
I
Not
wasn't
one
I was
holy
only going
word."
to I was only going to do it if you did.
I I mean, that wasn't
And-
the roughest tumble I've taken, but I didn't really enjoy it.
I'm just gonna try and get away from it as quick as possible.
And I'm going to say, for the unfortunate part of that being a net 1 on your part, you two, having kind of been caught up in it, are fine, but Brian, you take 2 bludgeoning damage. Just from your armor kind of poking in at you as you went.
I'll get up, crack my neck out.
Yep. Helps a little. The pain is still there, but it really...
And I'm going to produce my weapon, realizing how much noise I just made.
Yeah, and you do look over, and there are 2 just big, bulky black bears just looking at you.
Alright. What you saw was embarrassing. But I'm assuming we're going to fight now. I'd like some respect. I'm not going to sit here and say I attack it. I just got up.
There's a moment of confusion where they
Were there bears?
seem to like almost understand that you're speaking to them, and so they kind of look at each other, and one of them just, and they both just turn back. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh god. Oh my god.
All right, so give me 2. Might help if I put that on the next line. Okay, let me
And
just roll
everyone always says
initiative.
it's the knuckles that are the loud ones.
I like it as soon as you told like Warren to be quiet, like don't
Yeah.
talk, you'll reveal us. Of course you have to nat 1.
Of course. I am playing the Paladin. The Paladin has to be the worst player on the damn...
Hey! Whoa, now.
You're not real Paladin.
Okay, all right. So
You're not
moving
failing.
forward- Moving
But you're
forward.
not a Paladin.
All right, 25 to 20. Anybody?
No.
Okay, 20 to 15.
17.
16.
Okay,
I do get to go first.
What happened?
17 on Brian.
Sorry, 19. My apologies.
Oh,
I
19.
rolled a 17. I got +2.
Okay, so 19. Good. Sorry, Cassie, you said 16?
16.
16 it is. 15 to 10.
14.
Guys, what
14
happened?
For you.
Megan, what happened?
And 10 to 5.
5.
Okay, 5 for Warren.
Megan,
Megan,
what's your
what do you got?
dex?
4?
You
Warren's
got
a-
a 4. Alrighty.
Warren's a bit too busy shaking his head at all of these unsteadily footed tall people.
Okay, so 2 questions have to be asked here. Brian, what is your dex?
My dex is not.
Yes.
It's 2.
It's
No,
2.
your actual dex.
Oh, 14.
14. Okay. So, I'm just going to make that little note there. And Warren, what's yours?
16.
16. Okay. So you get the plus on that one. Because 2 of you just happened to roll at the exact same initiative number as the bears. So, top of the round, the first bear, who kind of, listened to your little spiel and you were asking for some respect, and it gives you none by charging over and trying to bite you.
That's fine. I expect this.
I do not believe that a 17 hits.
Who does?
It does. Ooh,
Doesn't have a shield.
No shield.
right. Okay. So that
Gotta
is
use that shield of faith, man.
Yeah, but that's a spell slot.
that is a spell slot. Okay.
That
so
lasts
that
a long
is-
time.
Not that long.
If my brain will help me out here,
Yeah,
that is
but it's a spell
6
slot that you
piercing
can
damage.
use.
Alright.
Spell slot that you can use for some delicious smite.
True. Very
Having-
true.
Having kind of clenched on your arm for a second there, it shakes it a little bit and kind of roughs you out, but you're able to kind of push it off. And it's your go.
Alright. Sorry, guys. I just want to see how something works, because I'm still very new to this, though. Alright. Since I don't have my spell book, but it's not seem to be anywhere.
What's the spell?
Found it. I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Bonus action, Searing Smite.
Yeah.
Okay.
On my thing, and then on my halberd, and I'm going to make an attack at the bear that just bit me.
Okay.
And I'm going to miss with a 10.
Oof, unfortunately, it's
So
just it got your arm in such a way that you're trying to swing and you feel the pain surge and you swing wide.
Yeah. All right.
Hey
That's it.
man, welcome to the Pally life.
Well,
So-
I got the smite for a while.
Yeah.
Moving on down the line, we hit Kid.
Wow, I think I'm way too close to these bears.
You are
Ah.
relatively close. One of them is 10 feet away from you. The other is 20.
That's way too close. I am going to back up. Okay, wait, what do I want to use? Okay, I have plenty. I'm going to back up like 30 feet.
Yep.
And cast Eldritch Blast.
Which bear are you trying to target?
The opposite one of Val.
So you're attacking the free one. Got it.
Okay. What's free one?
The one that's not currently engaged with anybody.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
What the hell?
Double. Okay, I personally have like a variant thing on this, so you can either double the amount of dice you want to roll, or you can double the amount on the die. Your choice.
What should I do?
Whatever you think is better. Because I know people kind of vary on that.
either
What should...
either 2 10-sided dice or 1 10-sided dice and double the number on it.
I'll just roll 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And then plus your charisma modifier.
It's garbage. 15?
That is not garbage. That's great.
No,
What is
my
your-
charisma modifier is not good.
Oh.
No. I'm a half orc playing a warlock. Like,
You have a plus 2
I have
charisma.
strength. Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so 15 damage. Alrighty. It takes a big hit on that and just. Anything else on your turn?
I'm pretty far from it now, I think.
You're about 40 feet back.
I'm gonna take 20 more feet.
Did you already move 30 feet?
You've already
Yeah,
moved
can
your
I
30
not?
feet, unfortunately.
No.
Okay, that's it then.
You are not a rogue. You cannot bonus action dash.
Oh.
Alrighty. So, moving down the list, Mew Mew.
Okay. How far away am I from these guys?
I'd say since you were stealthing back, you're probably about 25 feet from the one next to Val, and that would be about, what did I say? That'd be about,
35.
about 35 feet from the other one.
Okay. I'm going to run up to the one next to Pretty Hair and punch it.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay, that's 5 damage.
5
Bonus
damage.
action, second punch.
Yep.
25 to hit.
Absolutely.
And that's 8 damage on the second punch.
You guys are monsters. Brian, how do you put up with us?
It's the worst, honestly.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
I had a lot more health to things.
I've realized because I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay.
Just think, Blake, you don't even have Fjorstein to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your go?
That is my turn. Action, bonus action. I'm saving my last key point.
Okay. So we move down the list from there. Warren has the bonus on this one, so you go
All right.
first.
All right. I imagine I'm roughly where Mew Mew was, since we were both stealthing together.
Yes, so you're about 25 feet back from the one that's on Val.
Well, then, stumbling and sliding down the ice towards the closest one,
Mhm.
he'll tumble again, sliding on the ice down low to swing up at its underbelly,
Okay. Going for that power slide.
and a 19 to hit,
Absolutely. Whew.
and strikes with 9 damage as he thrusts up.
9 damage. Alrighty. So you kind of get it in the stomach, and you can hear it almost kind of like get that tiny, almost little like dry heave sound, just like.
Yanks the rapier back and stands with a shield. Oh, you big furry beast! Let's go!
Alrighty. in response, the other bear who's been hit by an Eldritch Blast kind of sees everybody gathering around the other one, and it's going to charge for the closest one to it, although they're all kind of gathered together. So it's going to make a run at Warren.
The littlest one, it makes sense.
And
I
it's
don't
going,
seem so threatening.
it's going to make 2 claw attacks. Well, it makes one of them, because it hits a natural 1 with the first one, but it makes a natural 20 on the second.
Jesus.
Oh, that balance.
Overly cockily bats the one paw aside and then takes it in the face.
Basically, yes. Okay. Okay, so that is 19 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he definitely takes a full bear paw in the head and almost loses his footing.
In all honesty, I'm actually going to say make a dexterity save.
Absolutely.
That was ouchie.
That'll be a 16.
That is a 16. You take a huge hit. You wriggle about 5 feet to the side. and then-
Skittering plunges the rapier into the surface of the stone to keep his footing.
Yes. Alrighty. With that, it kind of if a bear could have a smug face, it does. We move then down to Lola, who has just watched the little gnome just get absolutely clobbered.
I'm gonna take my hammer and smash the one in the head.
The one that
Which
just
one?
hit the gnome?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 19.
Nice.
And you're a champion?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a crit!
Oh my god!
Yes, there it is.
Crits
There it is.
everywhere.
So do I roll twice?
It's your choice for what you would like to do. Do you want
Okay.
to roll double the amount of dice, or do you want to double the amount on the die?
Oh no, I want to double the dice.
Okay.
Easier math.
You'd think. 18.
18. Nice. Okay. So that one takes a huge hit, and once again, you can hear bones breaking as you hit this thing. You get it kind of like up
Oh, bones.
front shoulder area again. You are just tearing your way through these creatures.
I love to smash.
Limit
Thank
smash.
you. I hate it. Okay. Any other bonus actions or anything?
I'm good right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you are.
So we move
Yeah.
on back to
Finger
the
guns.
top of the round. This bear is feeling very surrounded, and it's just going to start tearing into the closest thing, which is still Val at this point.
Bring it on, bitch.
It's going to make one bite attack and a claw attack. Well, it misses with the bite with a 9.
Yeah, it is.
But does the claw hit with a 17?
It just hits. Yeah.
Just hits.
A little
Okay.
more than just hits.
And that is 8 bludgeoning damage as it just paws into you.
Okay. Alright.
All right, and you now have your chance to respond.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my halberd down. And that's a 19. I don't crit on, but that's still gonna.
That still definitely hits.
And that's gonna be my,
Searing
smite.
smite.
Yup.
Yes.
1d8. No, d10.
D10 and a D6 from the smite.
And it must make a Constitution saving. Oh, no, wait. Oh,
You deal the 1D6,
Yeah.
and it has to make a constitution
so
save.
that's 7, 8, 9 damage.
Okay.
You need that separated out, or?
No. So it's 9 damage total
Yep.
for like the first part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me do
And
math
I'm-
here, and then it's making a con save.
Against my spell serve, which arrows.
I can guarantee you it doesn't make it. It rolled a 3 on the
13.
die. It rolled a 3 on the die. It does not.
So
Yup.
it catches fire.
It catches fire. Does it take immediate fire damage, or
Yeah, it takes.
It already took some fire damage. Does it take more?
Yeah, 4 fire damage.
4 more? Okay.
It doesn't continue. It's just that.
Okay. So it takes a huge burst of like 2 separate flaming bursts off of your halberd as you carve into it, and both of the bears are starting to look really rough. So we move down the list. We move back to Kid.
Oh, guess what? I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast.
All right, which one are you targeting?
The one I've been targeting.
Okay.
The one that would hit the gnome hard.
Yep.
Oh, it misses. Our gnome, Warren, how are you feeling? Are you ouchy?
A paw roughly the size of my torso just smacked me upside the head.
Okay, so I will swing my staff around a little. Healing light will come out for you. You get 9 hit points.
Hooray!
And that was my action and bonus action, so I'm done.
Okay. So we move down the list there. Mew.
Okay. There's still a bear in front of me.
There is still a bear in front of you.
It is going to get a fist to the face.
Face to the fist.
Close enough.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Okay. Bonus
You
action.
kind of
try
crack into its
again.
body, and there's just muscle there.
All right. Try
Hey,
again.
Andrew, I got a question for you.
16.
Okay.
Assume that hits.
A 16 does hit, yes.
Great weapon fighting. Does that affect my smites or no?
No.
Okay,
7
good to know.
damage on that bonus hit.
7 damage. And sorry, you were attacking the one that was in front of you and Val?
Yes.
Okay. It's still just hanging on.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. So at that point, we move down the list. Warren, you're up.
So the one Mew Mew and myself and I believe was it Val were fighting?
Yes, the 3 of you are all in the same one.
And it's despite the fact that it is on fire and being punched by a cat, it's still standing.
It's barely there, but it's there.
Well, I'd like to say I would hit that thing, but one has dishonored me. And staggering back to a proper battle stance, he'll drop his shield to thrust forward and strike the bear that dared to backhand him.
Okay, so you're swinging for bear 2. Go for it.
And he's still really off balance. And with an 8, it misses terribly.
Yeah,
Before
you are definitely not feeling so hot, and you kind of drop the shield, start getting all huffed up, and you start tromping over, and you
And
take a swing, and the bear is about 3 more feet to your right.
Yes. Shakes himself, puts himself back into his defensive stance, putting his shield back up, and awaits the counterattack.
Okay. And seeing that, yeah, it takes its chance. It's going to go for the closest thing to it, and it's going to try and bite and claw you. And that is... Wow, okay. That's a 9 to hit for the first one.
So just catches it on the shield.
Okay, so you block the bite attack, and the claw attack comes in at 15.
And luckily he does get hit, but the armor absorbs the blow, and he staggers a bit to the left, but keeps
Oof.
his footing.
Alrighty.
Lucky.
Yep, so this bear is just growling away. And we move down. Lola,
Smash.
go for it.
Oh, the smash!
Yep.
You want smash? You like smash?
19 to hit.
Absolutely.
Oi, Smokey the Bear! I ain't come alone, you know!
10 damage.
10 damage with one final heavy swing. You crack it on the skull, and you can feel it kind of push inward a little bit into its head, and then it just crumples down.
Squish.
10 animal.
Squeeze.
Okay. So that's bear 2 out of the game.
Suppose I owe you a proper favor there all of a sudden, Lola.
Eh,
Alrighty. I'm guessing that's it. It for your go there, Lola.
Yeah.
Okay, so we come back top of the round. This bear is still just furiously going. It's just going to take 2 wild claw swings.
Bring it.
Just trying to do something to Val. And that is another polarizing swing. That's a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Fair enough.
What the heck?
These dice, I'm putting that
Ruh-oh.
way.
Ruh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-oh.
Ruh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, it rolled very, very badly.
Mhm.
So that is 7 damage.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good
that is really low.
one. All right.
That's both of its swings, and it just your
I'll look
response.
at it and I'll grab my holy symbol and I'm gonna use my channel divinity for a destined strike. So
Okay.
I run it through.
Auto hit.
Auto hit.
Auto hit. No chance to crit.
I will say, just knowing your modifiers, make it cool.
Yay!
I'll just. 1 second. Let me. Okay. I'll just, with one hand, lift the bear up,
Okay.
bring the halberd in, and just disembowel the thing.
So you do. There is just a huge moment where the light in your symbol begins to glow brighter and brighter, and the muscle mass on Val's body just begins to be more and more defined. They almost grow slightly in size, and with one hand they just reach under this bear, grabbing it by the scruff of its fur under its head, just lifting it up. It's starting to like flail around. If you could see fear in a bear's eyes, there it is there now. And they bring up the halberd, jam it in another hand, and just rip downward, the guts spilling out, and then just dropping the body to the side as the light slowly leaves their form.
Well, bears.
Once again, silence falls upon the cave.
Shit, dude, that was hot.
Well, the searing smite does help a bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they're all still there. Luckily, so be able to chew my food tomorrow.
Yes, well, of course. 15 hit points. Because goddamn.
All right. Kind of staggering and kind of righting yourselves. For those of you that have been taking hits here and there, you're kind of brushing yourselves off, making sure you're okay, you know, making sure everything's all settled, and you start to notice, still in the distance, but you can see a point of light, almost like the end of a tunnel.
I'm just gonna start walking towards it.
Yeah.
The light.
So you all, I'm guessing you all pack up and head forward.
Yeah. It's me heading forward. I ain't leaving anybody going by themselves.
Okay. So you kind
Especially not a cat who's dumb as a box of rocks.
of throw yourselves together, stagger forward, and after about 45 minutes, sorry.
As he's walking, Warren's pulling out gauze, ointments, various things, wrapping his head up as he's got a nasty little gash there, and subtly the nugget around his neck begins to glow, and he patches himself up through the magic of Garl Glittergold, giving himself 5 hit points.
Okay.
Everyone have healing? I think we do.
No.
So you kind of stumble forward. It's been about
But you can put
45
your hands
minutes
on it if you
now.
want.
Don't you have second wind? Don't you have second wind?
Yeah, I do.
You have
Um,
healing.
Okay, so
Okay,
Mimi's the
for-
only
for
one who
the,
can't heal.
Yeah.
Come on, a girl like Lola always catches her second.
There you go.
Should we,
All right, for the sake of brevity, folks, you march forward. It's been about 45 minutes. The light is getting brighter and brighter, and you step outside, and the sun is just setting. You can see one further cave entrance, and it looks like you can see the back of said cave entrance from where you are. It's still distant. It would take you probably about an hour and a half, but you think you can see the back of said cave entrance, since there's light coming in from all sides in this cave. But what sets you off most about this is that you see what appears to be just a hoard of treasure.
No! I'm
Now,
going.
listen.
Chinese.
Listen, I say we should take a rest here. We have a week to do this job. We've
Well,
been
really,
to the ringer at this point.
honestly,
and-
more like 6 days, considering how long it took us to hike on down here. I mean, you said
Yes.
be back within a week, not finish the job within a week. And if we can't get back to give a
I'm
message,
gonna start running towards that horde.
Yeah?
Well, the hoard of treasure, it's in the far cave, right?
It's
That's
in the
like
far cave, yes.
Oh,
it's like an
it's
hour and a half
far?
away.
Hour and a half away.
It's not
Yeah.
right up front.
The only reason you can see it is because the cave itself seems to be reflective and is reflecting the image all the way back up to you. It's blurry, but you can tell what it is.
Okay, so I like run 15 feet, and then I realize it's so much further than we thought.
And it's kind of like warping the image as you go because you can tell it's changing how the reflection is hitting your eyes.
Listen,
And I'll look at my imp, and we'll look disappointed, and then we'll walk back.
I say we rest here for the night. Because whatever is guarding that is going to be more nasty than a few bears.
well, I mean, the bears and the wolves aren't really the worry. It's the fact that nymph that was sort of in charge, watching, guiding, guarding. I mean, that's not
Telling you,
normal, is it?
Going in
Kid?
half power is not what we want to do.
Honestly, I'm still seeing double or triple. I mean, I think I see 4 Mew Mews there. And she normally quick enough. I only see 2.5. So I'm not quite sure. Is that double, triple, 1.5? How would you count that, Lola?
I'd count that as needing a good night's sleep. Mhm.
Well, that's some good sense, Vala.
Alright. So everybody is sitting down for a long rest.
Yes.
Yes.
I will say, once again, for the sake of brevity, it's a very sound, restful night. Having cleared out all of that out of the first cave, you have a pretty good idea. Most things in the area are going to catch the scent of death and just not go anywhere near you. So you get up first thing in the morning. You're still sore from the day before, but feeling much better.
Lola would have slept uncomfortably close to Warren.
I mean, he did set up a tent, so if she crawled inside,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who you're going after?
I'm after all.
If anyone was on watch with Val, you would have heard her kind of talking under her breath quite a bit.
We all know you're cursed. Don't worry.
And so you gather yourselves after another hearty Warren-made breakfast, and you continue about your day, heading down towards the horde, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so you make your way in. It's probably about 9 in the morning by the time you are properly getting yourselves inside that cave.
last time I saw a pile of metal that was this big was when we had to outfit the what was it, the East March? Not the East March. Oh, what were their names? It was like the East March. They didn't call themselves the Legion, but it made you think of the.
Warren.
Anyway,
We
it was 25.
We sneak.
Right. But I'm
Okay.
just saying, it's been 25. It was 2,500 buckles. You don't see that often.
Were they
Everybody,
brass?
Ryu is moving a bit farther ahead and it's gonna start creeping slowly and stealthily.
okay, so for everyone who wants to make a stealth check, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, come on. We're such a stealthy group. Let's do this.
What's worse, not rolling and just taking regular, or rolling disadvantage and getting a nat 1?
Getting a nat 1, honestly.
Yeah.
But any other roll is probably better than that.
Anything but a nat 1, man.
Yes. Yes.
It's a 13.
Hey, there you
Hey,
go.
that's not bad.
Okay.
A 6. Some of the breakfast equipment's clearly clinking together a bit. Didn't quite set it up the proper way.
Yeah, you were rushing to get out of there.
Hear a couple of pots once in a while going tink, Tink.
Sorry, Lily, you said 17?
17.
Okay, Kid?
19.
19. And Mew?
23.
Holy
Great.
crap.
Jesus.
Cat does not
17
exist.
plus
Ding, ding,
6.
ding, 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 ding.
So,
Ding, ding,
collectively,
ding, ding,
after a
ding.
little bit, Val, you kind of notice that that Warren's getting a little noisy, so you just kind of like pick him up like a football and just carry him the rest of the way. Collectively, you have managed to get in here unnoticed.
All right.
And
Right.
you get down to the back of this cave, and you can see what appears to be just like a slightly raised stone, just natural form, really. It's kind of slanted down towards the edges, but the back wall is just treasure chests, gems, jewelry, coin of all
Alright.
kinds. Some coin that you're not even used to seeing. Like some of it is old coin from generations ago.
2 things.
I need this.
Going to cast Divine Sense.
Yeah.
So, how far is the range on Divine Sense?
I think it's like only 30 feet.
30 feet, yeah.
Did I ever
30
tell
feet.
you? Did I ever tell you about the time that Uncle Funklin got carried by a silver-haired human?
Funklin? Like fungus?
And I would also like to, because you said it was like shimmering and stuff, and I wonder, she wants to know if this is an illusion at all.
Okay, I will say straight out, you will have noticed from walking in here, the ice that is inside of this cavern
Hmm.
is just such a thin, but almost unnoticeable amount of ice. Like it's just very thin, very sheer. The ice itself is just reflecting images of this all the way up. That's what you were seeing. So now
That's
that you're
fair.
back here, you can
That's
tell
fair.
that it is truly
Is
just-
the
actual
floor
ice.
ice?
the floor is ice. Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab a small rock and I'm just gonna slide it across, try to hit a chest.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you want me to roll for that?
We'll say dexterity.
Okay, I rolled an 18 and my dex you're 20.
Yeah, you throw it forward. It kind of slides, skips a little bit as it goes, just from the unevenness of the floor, and then it just tinks off a chest.
Oh, it's real.
Ballparking it, you would say there are thousands upon, like hundreds upon thousands of gold, even platinum, from the amount of stuff that's here.
Those are some
how,
impressive chests.
Yeah.
so how far away from me are the chests?
I would say that the group of you having kind of grouped together, stealthing in, Mew is like up, I'd say about 10 feet closer than everybody else, but the group as a whole is probably about 80 feet from the chests.
Okay,
And, like,
I'm
the
going to
whole
use
pile.
my Tabaxi racial bonus and double my
Sorry,
movements.
I will stop you there because, as a note,
Yeah.
the rock ricocheted off the chest, and the sound of the rock ricocheting has gotten louder and louder and louder, and then you just hear in the distance.
Mima's still running forward.
Okay.
Do I see any point in which this is coming from, or is it like radiating off everything?
Dumb as a box of rocks.
The sound is just ricocheting off of everything in here, but then you can hear.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
I'm gonna go
Something
ahead
is approaching.
Yeah.
and I am going to cast. Where is it? As an SMR, my Radiant Soul ability.
Okay.
That gives me last 1 minute, and I get flying speed of 30 and extra draining damage.
Okay. So, as this all comes about, no more than maybe 3 seconds have passed, and the light from directly above this pedestal blacks out, and swooping in is a white dragon.
So Mima would run forward pretty much immediately after Val threw the or skittered the rock. I guess she's about probably halfway across the cave at this point.
I would say from the fact that you're using your Tabaxi ability to dash
Yeah.
across, you are at the horde and technically behind the dragon right now. But everybody roll
I
initiative.
can't. Yeah,
Yours.
but I can't move this turn because of it. Okay.
You can move, you just can't use the ability again until you don't move.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's how it
Okay. Let me guess.
Oh.
Cassie rolled a
Good.
1.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So that's gonna be a whole thing. Alright, so 25 to 20, folks.
20.
20 total.
20 total.
So 20 total for Lola and 20 total for Mew Mew.
I wonder who's faster.
Um,
I don't know. Lola seems to move pretty quick.
Ah, that's right.
Warren,
Oh god.
19.
19. Very good, very good.
Thanks, team,
And-
for pulling it together for us.
And Val,
9.
9.
When Warren's focused, he's focused.
And then that was a good old 1 from our
Good
kid.
old one. But it's okay, guys. I got some healing. That's what I'll do.
Okay, well,
Odds are we're gonna need it.
top of the round, the dragon lands, snarling, looking at the group, having surprisingly enough not seen Mew Mew, just looks at the group and just, you would so much as dare, and it's gonna make a breath attack.
We're all gonna die.
We're dead.
Nope.
Dexterity saves.
Oh,
Oh no.
I that one.
Oh, shit.
I'm going down, guys. I know breath weapons. Those things.
That's a nat 20.
Hey!
So I'm guessing he dove behind Vala for this.
Pretty much use Val as a shield. You still take the brunt of it sure from the sheer temperature.
Yeah, but
So
didn't
you still
get
take
caught
part
with
of it,
the
but
solid
you
of it.
don't get just slammed.
Yeah.
So that was a nat 1 from Brian. Lola.
Bola.
Oh, that was 13.
13 unfortunately does not make it.
Your thighs, your shins and thighs are uncomfortably cold. You should have invested in a longer dress.
And Kid.
5.
5.
This
So-
is gonna hurt, guys. You know I don't have much health.
Everybody
TPK.
except for Warren takes full damage, which terribly rolled
For us or you?
for me. Terribly rolled for both, technically. Let me. Oh, right, I was rolling the wrong thing for that. I was rolling the wrong dice. I forgot which attack I was using.
Well, that's
You have
unfortunate.
to roll way more than
Well, yeah, great.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
It's the first one sounded like. It should have sounded like.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Still pretty badly rolled. And yes, Brian, I did consider this. I have tweaked what I need to not just be a jerk.
Gonna say I used a dragon on a party before and it got bad.
No, I have tweaked this. I still rolled kind of middlingly. That is, for everybody who didn't save, that's 16. 16 cold damage.
Oh.
He recharges that once. We're fucked. I assumed the dragon's gender, but that's just because.
Yeah, and then it just kind of chuckles, just.
Oh, it's fucked.
And it just settles and is ready. Down the list. It's between Lola and Mew for whoever has a higher dex.
Dex is 18 for Mew Mew.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Yeah. Surprise, bitch! Radiant Sunbolt upside the head.
Sunbolt upside the head. I'm gonna say, since it actually didn't know you were there, roll advantage.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey!
And that's how
The other
many
one
hits
was a
on top.
10. So
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. From now on, I'm gonna roll like Wallace.
what?
That's a natural 20.
No, for fuck's sake, guys.
Brian, that was a D8 you rolled.
I didn't even roll a die. I threw my marker. Wallace, I know. I'm just kidding.
He's just salty.
Okay.
I'm
That's
sorry.
That's
No,
why
no,
we're
no.
cleansing you with sage, not your dice.
You know
Okay,
that's how
so-
paladins are, right? They salty always.
Yo, oath of salt.
Full
Okay.
salt.
Damage.
Yeah, 8 damage on that first bolt.
Okay.
Bonus attack, firing another one.
Yep,
I
that's why
imagine
Wa-
that got its attention, so not
That's
advantage.
why Warren's
obviously.
just a fighter, not a paladin. He
Yeah,
ain't
it's-
salty.
It's very aware of you now.
Yep. I assume a 15 does not hit.
A 15 unfortunately does not.
Well, I'm never
Yeah.
hitting it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's my
Just gonna
turn.
Stay there.
Actually, no, I think I'm gonna run. Can I see anything that might serve as cover?
Unfortunately, no. This room is wide open.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I would say there's a tiny little bit of ice, but you'd have to share the space with Warren, who is currently behind the ice wall. That is Val.
Okay, and that's about 80
I gotta
feet
figure
away.
with this. I like hit him behind my wings.
That's about 80 feet
Gosh.
away from me. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna move 40 feet closer to the party.
Okay. I'm guessing not moving into the dragon's range, like keeping.
No,
Just
I'm
circling around?
I'm circling around, keeping along the wall.
No,
Okay.
keep nice and close.
Yeah. So
It'll
you
fear
start
you.
you start circling around the side of it. We move down to Lola.
How far is it?
It's about 30 feet from you. Considering everybody kind of started getting closer.
Are you slow or something? Like speed! Speed! Do you have like 25 speed or something?
No, I have 30 speed.
Oh, you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Either
up to
way.
it and smash it in my face.
Okay. Go for it.
Please let me at least hit it. I rolled a 19.
Oh
Crit.
my god!
That'll do.
Guys, if we just crit on every turn, maybe we can win.
You you sound like the Happy Gilmore movie. It's like if I just hit it hole in one every time, I don't got a putt.
22.
22.
I'll
Nice.
smash.
So
Lola, smash!
Yeah, that's
I can-
ouchie.
If I can do math. Okay.
On and off duty.
Whew. Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to action surge.
Go for it. Take that extra swing.
It's a goddamn dragon.
Yoso, you only
I rolled
surge
a
once.
freaking 19.
Oh my god!
Never mind, Blake. You do need to deal with Purstein. We're calling her Lola today.
Yep.
I'm using Ashton's dice.
Lola bitter button.
Oh, you're using Ashton's
I'm using
dice?
Ashton's
Oh,
dice.
why?
That
Yeah.
explains everything.
I gotta get
LoadedDice.ca.
watching every batch, and I get them.
22.
Jeez.
What the hell?
She just did over 40 damage at level 3.
Yup.
Without a
Damn.
feat.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay. Well, damn.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right. We move down. Warren, you're up.
Go, Warren. It's your birthday.
All right.
You are unfortunately just beyond your movement range from this thing.
So, rather than unsheathing his weapon, he'll grasp the nugget around his neck as he runs towards it. A glow surrounding his hand, and he raises it into the sky. Mew Mew! Lola! Let's do this! The blessings of Garl Glittergold upon us, and cast Bless.
Hey, there it is.
So,
Oh man.
so all three of us have 1d4 to our attack rolls and saving throws for
Yes.
until otherwise noted.
Baller.
Very good, very good.
And at that, he begins rushing forward and drawing his rapier.
Is this what it feels like
Okay.
to not have like a cleric always on your side?
Yes.
You don't get blessed? Oh, shitty.
All right. So
He
that's
saw
your
the-
go then?
Come on, he saw them launch into action first. He's gonna do that.
So we move down the list. Val.
Val will take off into the air.
Yep, you take a moment to shake the ice off and take to the skies.
She'll look down at Kid and her imp and go, "It's fine. You fight with Hoenn." And I'll raise my holy symbol up and bless her imp, her, and myself.
Oh my god.
We're just cheering up at you like,
There you go. The entire party is now blessed.
yay. Does that work for
And
spell
I am gonna
attacks
head.
too?
I am gonna head.
Yeah,
as high
any
as I
attack
can
roll.
to get away from the
Okay.
giant group of people.
Okay, yeah, so you take off like off to the other side, away from Mew Mew.
Every time
You're just
someone
staying at
says
range?
it.
Yeah, for
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
I just want enough movement that when my next turn I can get to the dragon.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, because you said you have 60 feet of movement with your flight?
Not this one. This one only has 30.
Ah, okay. Well, you're still definitely, you're in range that you can move to it next turn, but you're out of its range.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to be around these plebs in case.
Yeah, so you've kind of gone like 10 feet up in the
Yeah.
air and then just like rush 20 feet to forward and to the left.
yeah.
Mew
Okay.
Mew and Lola are in for some pain.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we come down to the bottom of the list.
Hey, best
What do you want to do,
belay.
kid?
How far away is the dragon?
So the
From
dragon's
me?
about 35 feet, I would say, considering you were back a little bit.
Okay, I also don't want to stand where we're all like in a line or anything. Is there any cover or anything here?
There is no cover in this place, unfortunately. This dragon
Perfect.
seems to be intelligent enough to realize if I'm going to be breathing at things, I need to be able to hit them.
Okay, I'll just move back a little and like to the side so we're not all in a line or anything.
Yeah, with you moving just like a slight bit to one side,
Yeah.
everybody is pretty well spread out at this point.
I'll move like
considering
10
Mew is on
feet
one
back
side.
as well.
Okay, yeah, you back yourself up a little bit, so you're about 45 feet back from it.
You know, dig my feet into the ice. Maybe this is the only shield I'm gonna get. And I'd like to cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Are you just going to put it right on that dragon?
Maybe just behind it. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
just
in-
because
you're in range to
anything
do so.
within 5 feet of it gets injured, so I don't want to injure my pals.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna put it like right against its buttocks.
Yep, you've got it right at this
And-
thing's back. You have just enough range for it, actually, so there you go.
Yeah, and that's all I've got.
Okay. So it comes top of the round. That's its turn. It takes the fire damage
At the end of its turn,
at the start of its turn. As far as I'm aware.
any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere,
Oh.
unless someone has something else.
Let me check Flaming Sphere. real
No,
quickly.
no, it says an end of turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
But as a bonus action, you can move the sphere, and the creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage.
Oh, I can like bump it into its butt on my turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it in the butt.
yeah, there you go. Okay, so it makes a save, you
A dex
say?
save.
A
Yeah,
dexterity save. Okay.
My save is not very good, so. But it is what it is.
I also forgot to keep the saving throws pulled up for the dragon, so give me 2 moments here, folks. My apologies.
I know big creatures don't typically have good dexterity saves, so this is a good
Ooh.
spell.
Yes,
Cool.
this is definitely a good shot for this. It's dexterity save. Yeah, it's not great on its dex save. What's your save DC?
12.
12. With an 11, it fails. Roll that fire damage.
11 damage.
Nice! 11 fire damage.
11 fire damage. Very good. Very
Yeah, it is very good.
good. Okay. So yeah, it is not happy about that. It snarls as it can feel itself being burned by the fire. And noting that, it's going to make the roll to see if it recharges its breath. It does not.
Thank goodness for that.
But seeing Lola right in front of it, it's just going to take one big heavy swing and try and claw down.
Oh.
And does a 14 hit.
No.
Okay. So
Damn.
yeah, it swings down and you just slip to the side and it slams into the ice. The ice cracks where it hit and a few shards kind of fly off in different directions.
Oof.
And it snarls and just
I like to think it's like your like huge ass legs that are protecting you. Because aren't you like not wearing anything?
I'm not.
Like you have
She's
no
only 5
pants.
feet tall, right?
the dragon is slightly thrown off by the bare legs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Does she not realize it's cold?
pretty much. It's like, this place is freezing. How are you okay? All right. Yeah, that's it. It takes its swing and it snarls. It was expecting to just have that be all it needed to do. We move down. Mew, you're up.
Wait,
Sunbolt.
did it finish? Did it move?
It did not move. So it
Do I get it again?
End of its
That's-
turn.
that is my bad. Do I make a save at the end of the turn?
Yeah, Dex save
Okay.
again.
Okay, that is a 15 that time.
Half damage then.
So I rolled a 7, so is that a 3?
3 damage.
3 damage.
Everything counts.
Everything,
Everything does in fact count. So yes, we move down the list. Mew,
Okay. I rolled for my Sunbolt. Does a 19 hit?
a 19 hits.
Thank goodness.
If it didn't hit, I would be very worried for all of you.
I mean, it's a goddamn dragon. 7 damage on that one. Bonus
Okay.
action. Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh.
To the
on,
attack.
on your to hit, not your damage.
On the to hit, yeah. Bonus
Oh, I could
action.
hit.
Shot. Oh, nope, that's a nat 1.
Ooh,
That's my
unfortunately.
comeuppance.
The bless isn't going to help there.
Yeah,
Nope.
You throw that other swing, and it straight up. You just watch it just turn and open its mouth and just eats it.
Right. Yeah, Mew Mew is going to run. She's going to try and circle around to the back of the dragon. So
Okay, so you're kind of doubling
Folding.
back.
yeah,
Okay.
trying to make a difficult target.
All right. Yeah. So you kind of trail back. You notice the flaming orb, and you kind of stay away from it.
Yep.
But you're staying near the back of the dragon. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We move on. Lola, this thing just tried to hit you. You gonna take that?
Okay, hit it back.
Go for it.
Just
Hey.
golf swing it.
Yes.
Come on, roll another 19.
No.
No,
Plus a
20.
Plus a die
1d4.
4.
Oh, okay.
Less.
Okay. 16.
16. You swing forward and you smash against the hide of this dragon, and you just cannot break through.
Oh god. Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. We move down. Warren, you're up.
While Lola's got it tied up, Warren comes sprinting in across the ice, rapier drawn, and takes several stabs along its side, chasing after Numu. Mew Mew, rather.
Okay. Go for it.
And at a 12 total to hit, his rapier just bounces off the hard scales, not finding purchase.
Yeah. You're sitting here and you're running by and you're all set and you start jabbing into this thing and you realize as you're jabbing it, you're
tink,
pretty much
tink,
just tickling.
Tink!
It's a goddamn dragon.
Can't find any purchase. It is armored. It is hard. It is strong.
We move on to Val, who is floating above.
So I'm gonna fly over and I'm gonna get right in behind this thing's neck.
Okay.
That area right there where the neck meet, and I'm just gonna bring the halberd down.
Go for it.
Yeah, roll I'm gonna go with 21. Probably hits.
Yes.
And I am. Oh wait. 23.
Yes.
That doesn't hit. Sorry.
And I am bringing the power of Hoenn down on him.
That's my.
Gonna get that smite going. That and then that and then that. Woo-hoo-hoo! So 15, 17 damage.
Nice.
All right. I'm digging it. All right. So you've used your movement and your attack. Anything else?
No. Anything else I could do would ruin the bless. So.
Okay. So we move on then. Kid, you are watching these people just tear into this dragon. What are you gonna do?
Not do that. I'm going to keep my distance, thank you.
Okay.
I joined the dragon.
Question with the flaming sphere bonus action, like, is technically the dragon is in it right now, right? So I
You
can't
can
do anything.
you can keep battering it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. You can
I
bonus
can
action
batter it
move
on him. Okay. So,
So
also,
it's gonna make that save. Yes.
yes, you can do that. Yeah, I'll do. Wow, Jesus.
It just beats your DC.
Well, I rolled 11.
So
So
5 damage.
5.
5 more.
And then,
So-
okay, it's a concentration, so as long as I don't cast anything else that's concentration, I'm okay, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to Eldritch Blast!
Go
So
for it.
your attack roll plus your spell attack bonus plus a 1d4.
Where's my d4? Here it is. It's not good. No, it misses. 14.
Unfortunately.
Oh, wait! Oh, it's a 16. Never mind, that misses anyway.
16. You shoot forward and you've made purchase and you watch the Eldritch energy burst across its side and it just turns its head towards you.
You got its
Snaps.
attention.
I'm going to. I still have my distance. I can move. I will back up. There's nowhere
Towards
to
it.
hide.
I mean, you can move to the entrance of the cave.
Yeah, how far is the entrance?
I mean, if you're talking about the entrance of like the cave itself, you got a solid, hour and a half to go to get out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, every step there is one step closer. So,
But to
I
get out
guess
of to get out
I'll
of this specific room, you're already about 5 feet away from like the entrance to this specific like dome chamber.
okay, so could I like go
You'll
around
be
the
getting
corner
further
there?
out of the room.
Running like a bitch.
Guys, I'm really weak.
How far back do you want to go?
Okay, you said it's only like 5 feet.
You're already 5 feet out of the room technically.
And there goes our hero.
I just want to be like partial cover. Can I do that?
Unfortunately, not. It is a
No.
straight cavern in.
Okay, I am just going to.
Hide behind your imp.
Okay, yeah, that's all I can do.
You step behind your imp. Your imp stands there, it's shaking a little bit, but it puffs up for you. It stands kind of at the ready, looking like it's ready to brawl.
I'm just gonna put my arms. No, I'm way too tall to bear to it.
Little Jeremiah.
Okay. Coming down, it becomes the dragon's turn. It's gonna roll, see if it gets its breath back. It does not.
Oh,
That was real close though. It was on a 6, bounced off a die, and bounced to a 1.
Ooh.
Woo!
And
fuck those 5s.
all right, so yeah, kind of starting to get frustrated with the situation around it. It's gonna make 1 claw attack down at Lola, who's still in front.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It also takes an extra 3 radiant damage from my hit because I forgot that from my Azamar form.
Oh, three extra?
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's my
Noted.
apologies.
No,
I got a lot of
that's fine.
shit going on with this character.
It's fine. Everybody is still learning characters, and I'm throwing you into the boss fight of boss fights. I believe a 22 hits, Lola.
Yeah.
Okay, and the claw attack is that. That's 6 slashing damage.
Cool.
It then turns to the little gnome that was going along and tries to stomp on him with the other foot. And that is... I do not believe that a 10 hits. So it sees the gnome, tries to swing, and just poof, right next to him.
Too quick.
Too quick indeed. And realizing everyone is kind of surrounding them, the dragon is going to take to the air.
Oh no.
Oh god, I'm on him.
Is
Yeah,
it
as
disengaging?
It is not. Everybody that is next to it can take an attack of opportunity.
Do I get an attack of opportunity despite the fact that I'm on it?
You are not on it, and it is not leaving your range.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
May I forfeit a melee attack for a grapple attempt to grab onto its leg and climb with it?
Yeah, go.
I will say yes.
Mew is actually gonna grab
I'm going
its
to say,
tail
just
or
based on the
try.
situation here, anybody who wants to do that, because it sounded like you were saying the same thing, Wallace.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so I'm going to say, for the sake of this, make an athletics check.
Okay.
Guys, I
'Cause
want
this
to
thing
set it
has
on fire.
heft to it.
I'm gonna stay on top of it. Just
So, throwing his rapier down in order to grab onto its side,
Okay,
I roll a 12.
Oh.
12. That's legitimately all I was looking for.
Okay.
jeez.
I rolled a 16.
Yep.
Mew Mew still has her quarterstaff strapped to her back. She hasn't taken it out once.
So,
So-
yeah, you just grab onto this thing's tail.
Leapfrog grabs the tail and is about to start shimmying up.
I'd like to hit
And Lola's going for the hit. Take that swing.
it. Okay.
Megan, you should really grab it. Can't you not hit things from a distance?
No, but I don't want to be up on it.
Okay, fair enough.
Falling damage exists.
I know this. Warren is less worried.
Does a 19 hit it?
A 19 does it.
Valerian is not worried about fall damage.
I mean,
And
11.
Mew Mew is too dumb to think this through.
11 damage. Okay. You know, you saw the strength of this thing when you got in here. It's looking damaged. It's still healthy, but it's looking damaged.
I'm guessing it moved away from my sphere. That
Yes,
little guy.
it has moved out of the range of your sphere for the time being. And with
It
the
will
way
get you.
with the way it moved, since you were kind of hovering just a bit above it with your reach there, Val, it's like right next to you.
Oh,
Oh, what? I thought I was on it, but no worries.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going from like your reach
No, I
being
like
behind it.
I like stood on it and went. Ugh.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a large creature though, so it's still not technically out of. It didn't move out of your range.
No,
You're
that's
just now-
fine.
You're just now at like foot level with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry,
No worries.
theater of the mind stuff. Okay, so we then move back on to Mew. You are hanging on to this dragon's tail.
Okay, so what I want to try and do.
Oh,
what
it's
Mew
gonna
Mew
be bad.
wants to try. Pardon?
It's gonna be bad.
Well, what she wants to try and do is shimmy up the dragon's tail, run up its back, and try and claw at its eyes.
yes.
Okay,
Tabasco
I'm going to say
claws.
give me a dexterity check just to see if you can make it along this creature.
Okay. 19.
19. Yeah,
19
you
plus 4.
with the way this thing is kind of moving about
Oh,
you.
also,
you-
actually, 22. Or,
yeah,
Yeah.
you are like way good on this. You feel this thing the way it's moving, and you start getting into the rhythm with it, and you start moving with its own movements. You get up to the head and
claw.
go for it.
Okay, that's 11 plus 6. 17.
17 just hits. You rake into this thing's eyes.
Jesus.
Okay, that's 7 damage.
7
Bonus
damage.
action, second clawing. Okay, that's 21 total.
Yep.
Okay, that's 5 damage.
Okay.
And so what I'm trying to do is like
Nice.
blind it or cripple it. Spending a key point, third clawing,
Yep.
nat 20.
Yes. There
Hey,
it is.
Wallace, you want to save some for the rest of us?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So that is 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
4 plus 2 plus 4.
There you go. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So yeah, you scrape enough times that like the first time you scrape across, you scratch across because it can feel you moving up its body. So you scratch across and you damage its eyelid. And as it reels back from that, the eyelid opens and you just get your claws both in there using that just flurry of speed, grab in, and you can just see as you tear fleshy, gross lines into this thing's eye as you destroy it. It is now blind in one eye.
Gross.
Cool, but gross.
Okay, so that's your turn there. We move on. Lola, this thing is about 15 feet off the ground.
I'm just gonna use my bonus action to second win.
Yep,
So legitimate
everything
strategy.
counts. Everything counts.
Yeah. Ready in action. I'm gonna try to bring this thing down.
Actually, don't mind me, I'm doing a thing. Okay. So you've used your second wind. Anything else?
Can I throw something at it?
Do you have anything to throw? Would you like to throw your hammer?
No. Can I throw a dagger at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Okay.
What do I do for that?
So
Regular
you-
attack roll.
Okay.
Strength or dex, your choice. It's a finesse weapon.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh my god, I nat 20.
You must have hit it. You hit it from the side. It's blind.
So 2d4 for the dagger damage, plus
Yeah.
your strength, because I imagine you have better strength than dexterity.
Yeah, I do.
As you just whip a dagger at it.
I am banning Wallace's and Ashton's dice.
10?
10 damage. All right.
From a fucking dagger.
That's thrown.
Wow.
You're not getting that back as it goes up its butthole.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you throw this dagger and it like digs into the side of its neck and it just screeches out in pain. We move on down the list. Warren, you are like hanging onto this thing's leg and you kind of look to your left
Yeah.
and Val is like flying right next to you.
So,
How's it, Lauren?
hang on to this thing's leg, having to drop his weapon to cling on.
Yep.
He does the only thing he can imagine and swings up at its underbelly with his shield, making an improvised weapon attack.
Go for it.
I thought he was gonna bite it.
So for a second,
Yeah.
If my teeth were bigger, absolutely. And it just bounces. It's not a weapon. That's a 4.
That's not
Yeah,
how that works.
You don't
You
have
just-
like a dagger or anything?
I don't have a free hand.
Yeah, he's kind of really
I
small. Like he's
see.
he's hanging on by digging his fingernails into this thing's
Yeah.
leg because he's
I've got
he's like this wrapped around it. Like
I've got my arm like held on, and I'm just like swinging under with the shield.
yeah, you're kind of like turning
really
your arm
awkward.
up, but you can't quite let go, else you might lose your grip. So you're kind of
Yeah.
like
So yeah, rest of the turn is just gonna try and secure his grip.
yeah, okay. You're fine to do that. You just kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
get your hands and feet in a little more.
Yeah.
We'll move on down to Val. You are right there, and having rolled for this, you hear a voice in the back of your head, above you.
Alright, I'm gonna look up.
You can see, this is a nod to my Monster Hunter fans here. You just see, wrapped in vines, what appears to be loose rock.
Oh yeah, I'm going up. 30 feet.
Yep, you
And
fly up.
I'm gonna destined strike this thing. So I hit.
So you make a hit.
It's real.
Okay, this does become a question of how much damage you can do.
Smite! Burn everything! Burn it to the ground!
I'm looking for a specific number here.
Okay. So 16, 17, 18, no, 16, 21 damage.
21. With an HP of 20, the vines snap apart as the ice defrosts off of them and rocks begin to tumble down onto the dragon below.
And your teammate.
I need Mew and Warren to make dexterity saves.
Okay.
Don't forget your D4.
Oh, yep, thank you. Hey, that's better. 13.
That's a 24.
Wow!
Oh,
Yes!
you know what? Using both, just clinging on there.
The dragon obviously shielded me from most of this.
Yeah.
Pretty much how this goes. I'm sorry, Mew, what did you get?
13 total.
13. Unfortunately,
Oh,
the rocks fall on this dragon, dealing. What did I have set up for that? Those. Oh, and since I have that, I'm using that one because I have that metal die for a reason.
Uh-oh.
So, based on how this goes, the dragon takes that, since it's much bigger and more affected by that. So that takes, I'll straight up tell you, that takes 18 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn.
From that, it is pushed to the ground. Warren, you see the rocks coming down, and you just kind of spin yourself around this thing's leg as it kind of lands harshly, but you're fine. And you, as you're sliding down the front of this thing's face, one of the rocks tumbles and hits you.
What's the damage?
Does the dragon land on Lola?
Dealing 7 bludgeoning damage. Actually, now that you bring that up, Lola, make a dexterity save.
Oh no, Lola!
Thanks.
Scream.
Moment of truth, Megan.
19.
19.
Yeah!
You see this
You
coming,
did it.
and you realize where the dragon's going to land, and you just stand under and just watch as the rocks tumble around you.
Yes.
And you see Warren on the inside of this thing's leg.
Oh, hey.
So yeah,
Good to see you again.
the dragon looks worse for wear, and you can tell from the way the rocks fell in it, you have broken its wings. It cannot fly.
That's all I wanted!
Awesome.
Flame spear this.
All right. So,
Just look up. I love you.
I know you do. Yeah, I'm gonna say that takes your turn, Brian.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I'm done with the battle.
Um,
Pack
I'm
up.
playing. All right, guys, it's fun.
so we move on down. Next up, Kid. You have just watched this dragon be taken to the ground. Mew's looking a little rough on top of this thing.
I'm still on its nose, though.
Yeah, you're pretty much like
roughest?
hanging from the skin at the side of its mouth.
God.
Ew.
Does anybody look really ouchy? Nope. Okay.
I'm leaving that up to everybody else to kind of point out how rough they look because I don't know people's health right now.
is...
I
okay.
don't have good healing, so if any point you want me to heal you a bunch, you're fucked. I'm not a true
Okay.
healer. Okay, everyone good. Okay, I will move my flaming spear to the butt.
Okay, you're gonna take a swing at it. It's gonna
To
make
the
a
butt.
dex
Nobody's by the butt, right? Everyone's
Not
good.
at the moment. No, everybody has moved out of the way of that.
I don't
It
need.
it makes its dex save.
Of course it does. That's 5 damage, so 2.
Takes 2. Everything counts.
And then I will Eldritch Blast.
There you go. Go for it.
Okay. That's a 23!
Yep. That's it.
Yeah!
10 plus 2.
Yeah! Oh my god, that's 11!
11. Nice. Okay, this thing is not looking hot. It's pretty messed up. You can start to see just patches in the scales. The wings are all shattered. You notice where you're hanging on what you thought was a lip. You're actually hanging on through like an open point where one of its teeth used to be.
Oh.
Ew.
Ew. Grab the
Um,
teeth for me!
We'd like to discuss the terms of this dragon surrender.
Well, as we
And then
come
it gets
back,
its breath back.
as we come back to the dragon's turn, and they just scream out, "Enough!" And they attempt to shake, like just buffet their wings as best they can to try and blow the people in front of them into a group. So I need, at that point, Lola from the way they're buffeting, Warren. And that would actually just be the two of you buffeting backwards. So I'm going to need you to make dexterity checks.
Saves?
Saves, sorry, yes.
Add that D4.
That's only a 12. I'm pretty small. I fly pretty good.
19.
Damn, can you
19.
roll anything lower?
You feel this wind coming, and you slam your hammer in and grip onto that. You're blown back by the wind almost. Your hands are losing grip, but you hold on. As you watch Warren go flying past you about 30 feet back.
Oh no!
I did not
Um,
ask for a blowjob.
and in that moment, pushes itself forward and blows breath down at Warren
Oh,
and the imp
no!
and our good friend Kid.
And Lola as well?
It has moved over top of Lola to get in range of you guys.
Do I get half coverage?
You unfortunately do not. Dexterity
is-
saves from the three of you.
Does my imp make a dex save?
Yep.
He's got
Yes.
an extra
Yes.
D4.
He's also blessed.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
magic
plus-
resistant. Does this count as magic?
This is I
He's
don't think breath
resistant
attacks are magic. I think they are just
He's
a natural
resistant
force.
to-
Fair.
cold, bludgeoning, piercing,
He's
slashing.
just the cold. That'll do it.
Hey! He's gonna
That
live
cuts-
and I'm
luckily-
not.
Cut some
yeah.
damage.
Luckily, as Warren tumbles across the ground, he sees the breath coming and manages to get his shield up to take the brunt of it with a
There you go.
19 dex save.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm resistant to necrotic and radiant damage.
Yes, you are.
But it's
All
cold.
right.
God.
I'm not getting hit by that though.
You're flying.
Okay, so my imp got 17,
Okay.
and I got a nat 20.
Okay. So all
I
three of you
did.
save. So you will be taking half of. Let me do
I'm
math
dead.
here really quick.
Oh boy.
I think I did.
You'll be taking half of that. So since everybody saved, it's all the same amount. You'll be taking 13 cold damage.
So half of 13?
No, I rounded. I already halved it. You'll be taking
Oh.
13. You'll
Oh!
be taking 13 cold damage.
Alright.
Oh.
That is enough, unfortunately, to shake Warren's concentration and bless drops on
Okay.
Mew Mew and Lola, as well as himself.
Fair.
I will go and I'll
Ugh.
fall down, and then I bring myself back up because I'm a half orc. Does that work?
Yeah.
Or does it have to be a melee?
No, any time you drop to 1 damage, drop to 0, you cannot drop to 0.
I am back to 1, guys.
Okay.
I
Also,
live.
how much health does your imp have?
Well, he's
10,
also
I think.
resistant.
To ice,
Cold.
Ah.
the cold, so he takes half of 13.
Okay. So yeah. So
6.
he only takes 6.
He lives.
Your imp is still standing, and turns to
Yay.
see you losing your footing, pushed backwards by this. But
I
there's
reach
just
for him.
there's just that feral energy, and you feel the link between the two of you. And as you're limply reaching out, the imp grabs your hand and it grounds you, and you stand back up on your feet, panting, freezing, caked in ice, but alive.
Oh God.
Warren punches his shield to break the ice that's gluing him to the ground and stands up, shakily
Yep.
but conscious.
Yes.
Oh no. What do I have to beat for a concentration check?
10.
Bad. Oh my god. Okay.
Though,
that's-
when you got hit, you do have the bless.
And
Yes.
she still has the bless.
What's
Yes,
a
she still has-
concentration?
Be a
Constitution.
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 Saving throws.
Oh my god.
And
Well,
you
I
get your
got a
D4.
10 plus the D4. It's a 12.
There you go.
Right.
It's
Keep your
okay.
flaming spear up.
Perfect.
And since it has moved forward away from the flaming sphere, unfortunately, so
Oh,
you lose it on this
It's a
turn,
shame.
but the dragon's turn is done.
Thank
We
God.
move down. Mew, you're up.
Okay.
You are
Mew Mew's
hanging-
hanging off the side of the dragon's face.
you straight up like
End it.
felt it on your hand. You felt this freezing chill across your fingers as this thing just exhaled a frozen torrent of ice.
Oh, that's not comfortable. Okay. Mew Mew is going to clamber up on top of the dragon's head.
Okay.
She's
I'm gonna say just because your hand is cold, make an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever you prefer.
oh, okay.
'Cause I'm being that person.
Because that's
Also,
no, that's
Please
fair.
tell me how it breathed while she's holding it. That's a cold hand.
That is a cold hand.
That is a cold hand.
It was a lucky shot, basically,
Yeah.
that it missed.
Okay, 13 on the die, plus 6, 19.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You get up.
Good.
Now kill it. Destroy it.
Mew Mew is going to take out her quarterstaff, finally. And
There it
she's going to
is.
try and drive it into the thing's other eye.
Okay.
Being
go
really
for
gross
it.
about this, but at the very least, blinding it will help cripple it if she can't take it down. Okay, that's 16 plus 6,
Yep,
22.
that hits.
Okay. And she's using both hands, so the die 8.
Yep.
Oh, dice, please be nice. Okay, so that's a 5 on the die plus 4, 9 damage from
Okay.
that. What is it? Crap. Can I? Yeah, key point, flurry of blows. Gonna.
2 more attacks.
Yeah,
Unarmed attacks.
yeah, claw it in the eye.
Okay. 2 unarmed attacks. Let's see it.
Okay, that one is 11. God, math. 11 plus 6, 17.
That just hits.
Okay. God. Okay. 6 damage on that clawing.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Yeah, 12 plus 6 is 18. Oh, God, I'm so bad at math. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Second clawing, 7 damage.
7 damage. Like, just make it cool.
What?
Oh my
Oh.
god!
Yes.
Don't throw too much
Make
rain!
it cool.
Okay. So,
As you are sitting here atop this dragon has just been throwing all of you around, freezing your friends. These people that have been helping you all this way, you've just been carving into. You slam the quarterstaff into its head. You make one claw attack, and then
slice.
William.
so
Will you
just
pop the
screaming
eyeball out?
So just screaming out, you claw in again and again, and you all watch as Mew just becomes this blur of oozing, just like pussy, frozen blood out of this thing's face as they are just clawing again and again and again, and it's starting to thrash around. And Lola, you see what's going on, and you kind of start backing away as this creature starts. Damn you! And it crumples to the ground.
Oh my god.
With that, Val will land right behind its head and be like, "Do you think it's open for talking now?"
You can try.
Warren takes a couple of seconds, chipping himself out of the ice that built up around him from the breath weapon. Rubbing his arms as he's walking back towards the rest of the group. The chilliest reception I've received since Uncle Izor met Aunt Padra.
As he's just being terribly stumbling over these words, I'm gonna walk over and just 15 health.
Oh.
Mimi was just kind of standing there panting.
No, they never got along at all.
Why?
And I'll give myself 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, seriously, Aunt Padra, she was absolutely awful. She never went any of the fishing expeditions, which I mean, at this point, were really a bygone. They weren't actually fishing expeditions. They were really more of just a family get-together.
And at that,
particular night of
my wings will fade back into me.
Yep.
Because
And as
the rest
he's
of the
just-
time...
As he's distracting the party, I'm going to try and sneak up to the treasure by myself.
Okay, as you start walking forward, all of you
I,
kind of notice, for those of you that are facing away, you hear this. For those of you that are looking at like the crew near the entrance there, you can see behind you 3 figures just walking in, and the front one just... Bravo, gentlemen and ladies. This was quite a sight to see.
Recognize these guys at all?
You wouldn't recognize them by
Like
name,
armor?
but by appearance. Every one of them wearing dawn red armor.
I assumed. So we passed.
Passed? You've more than passed. We were expecting to come out having to deal with this dragon ourselves. It's a dragon. We don't expect any fledglings to ever do this. You've more than proven yourselves of being at least on level with us. I am genuinely impressed. All of you.
Thank you.
I suppose I'll keep this short. You all look a little worse for wear. Lena, if you would, and a very small blonde woman kind of steps forward and just, yes, of course, and raises a staff, and there's just a bright light emitting across the room. Warmth fills you for the first time this fight, and all of you get back to full health.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
my appreciation. I had frostbite places that I didn't even know I had.
Oh.
That'd help warm you.
That'd be appreciated.
Emu shakes out her cold paw.
Well, at the very least, I can say, as much as we will be returning this trove back to the people,
Of course.
feel free to see that some of it goes to the right causes.
Well, the Temple of Hoenn will always take a donation.
As he should, he's a good man.
Suppose I wouldn't mind a trophy, but it's not as though I went into this for the money. I mean, the Knuckle clan makes plenty off the cobbling.
That they do, but don't sell yourself short. Someone of your experience deserves a little something on the side. We all do. It's a hard life out here.
I suppose we could use something to fund the next fishing expedition.
Absolutely.
Oh, you've heard of them. You're invited on the next if you want to come. Just say that you know Bright Buckles.
That I will. We look to be in town for a little while, but at the very least, we're going to be getting back for this festival. How about we start hearing stories on the way? We'll have people come out to cart this stuff out later.
Of course. I'm gonna walk over to the pile and go, how much you want?
Whatever you feel will be fitting.
Take 100 gold.
Yeah.
I would like to look for any weird medallions, creepy shit.
Here, give me 2
There's a
seconds
dead
on that.
dragon.
Yes, I do want something from that.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
thinking like we could use its eyeball and make like a snowman.
What
Its eyes are
eyeball?
kind of destroyed.
Wow. Okay. You are looking around and looking around, and one thing catches your fancy. While you're looking through the pile, that is. One thing catches your fancy, and it's just an amulet, and it just shows a shield in the center.
Ooh, I'll take this. I don't know what it does, but I like it. Drink it.
Okay, we'll figure that out later. But for the sake of brevity, you go around. I'll say everyone is free to take what gold they wish within reason. As you know, the Dawn Warriors are kind of there. They're kind of like keeping an eye on who's picking up what. You're able to grab your trinkets, your gold, and then they kind of pick you up and help kind of each of you get out of there, and you exchange stories on the way back. And you can feel in your hearts that as much as this was terrifying, maybe this is just a beginning for you. And that's where we'll fade. I am so sorry that went late, guys. I didn't want to
Only just hardly.
but all that was left was the dragon, and I'm like, that's it. That's all that's
No,
there.
It was
Yeah.
That's fine.
I blame
this
Andrew.
was
He was
great.
talking too much.
I was asked to be quiet, and I definitely was. I haven't been that quiet since the last time I met Sister Eorza. I mean, have you seen Sister Eorza lately? I mean, I haven't seen her in
Stop
17 years.
I love
A
Andrew's
whole
character.
person.
So good.
Oh,
Oh man.
thank you so much for bearing with us, guys. I seriously appreciate all the players for bearing with me on this. Thank you all the viewers. You guys have been great. Oh, this is a whole thing, and the nervous energy is still like I'm still.
Well, it was good.
But
That
I
was
was
really
gonna say,
good.
I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'm still relatively new at DMing, and clearly I threw around a lot of stuff there, but all in the name of fun, folks. All in the name of fun.
I enjoyed it.
Yep, it was a lot of fun.
This was very entertaining.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Check back with us next week, guys. Over the next week, we are going to be switching over to our new channel, Sarcastic Owl Studios.
Woo.
If you want to jump over and put a follow on that now. That way, when we do go live, you aren't missing out. We will be also all over our social medias and stuff with that stuff to let you know exactly when we're going to be live. We got a rough lineup of our new shows. We're going to fine tune that over the next few weeks. But a lot of good things coming, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. No, but seriously, trust me. I'm super reliable.
Trust me.
No.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
as my own little sign off as DM this time around. Have a good night, folks, and may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Aw.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.